G'day watchers, welcome back to the channel. What I have here today is, a Longines, easily one of the most recognizable names in the world, and what I wasn't aware until recently is one of the oldest registered companies in the world in terms of a watchmaker. So Longines was founded way back in 1832. 185 years of history as of this year, 2017. That means it is older than Patek, which was, founded a few years later, Patek Philippe, and it is over 70 years older than Rolex, the biggest company, the biggest single name in the world. Some serious history, including, rising up to a true in-house manufacture, everything being made under the company Longines, to its involvement in prestigious events and sports, including 10 years as the official timer of Formula One. So I encourage you to check out the company history in various sources, including Longines' own official website. It's really quite interesting. Even today, they have a column wheel chronograph that's developed exclusively for use in their pieces. So they've got some serious pedigree and all respect to the name of Longines. So this is an original box. It's seen better days, but this is an older original box for pieces earlier. I think this might be earlier this century, 21st century, maybe late 1990s. But this is an example of a Longines piece watch. So what do we have in here? Presentation that way. Let's take a look. Okay, so what we have for today's review is this Longines Oposition Quartz chronograph. The model is L3.628.4. This is no longer in production, admittedly. On the secondary market, it seems to be going for about £450. Most of the listings seems to be in pounds, at least on a superficial search that I've done. This is, of course, a quartz caliber. You can see the small seconds ticking away at the 6 o'clock position there. You can see that sub-dial, that's the small seconds. It's got the date at the 6 o'clock position in that square rectangle window, and it is a central seconds chronograph, as you can see there. Now, if you look at the sub-dials at the 10 o'clock and the 2 o'clock position, you'd be forgiven to think that the 10 o'clock one was a 30-minute totalizer and the 2 o'clock one was a 10-hour totalizer. But in fact, if you let me activate it, okay, so clicking over a second at a time. Okay, let me just let it count past that 2 o'clock sub-dial. That 2 o'clock sub-dial, as you can see there, is actually a 1/10 second indicator. So that's really quite interesting. I don't think I've quite seen a piece that's done. That's a reset done that type of display before. I think some of the Seiko ones I've had in the past, they kind of go around actively, which uses quite a lot of power, I suppose. So that's a relative power conserving feature. So this case is a 34mm case, square, of course, in 316L stainless steel. It is only a 12mm stick, which is quite suitable for this size in a quartz piece. You don't, I guess you can make it thinner, but this is a elegant shape. I think it does have a unique lug and link to the bracelet there, so and it's not really designed for being taken off and replaced by third party or other straps. 30-meter water rating, and let me just deploy that butterfly deployment there, show you the case back. So you can see there, if you can see that the S on one side, the left side of the logo there, and on the other side you have a 30-meter water rating symbol there, and that you know, look at that vintage Longines winged hourglass logo. So that's really more of a vintage logo, and I believe it might be one of the oldest registered logos for a watch company in the world, really, that winged hourglass, which first appeared in the 19th century. Of course, the modern symbol is more like what's on the dial there, or on the box here. I'll just show you again. That winged hourglass is more the modern Longines logo that's in use today. Okay, so what else can I say about this? You can see it's got that sapphire square crystal is quite reflective, but if you can look at the dial itself, it's actually got a pleasingly flat black appearance. It's not completely matte, but it is flat black, as some spray finishes for black finish and appear. So that's I think quite suitable. I don't mind it at all. I think it's quite nice for this particular piece. It's also got black minute indices and I guess steel indices for the hour positions that you can see there. Brushed steel hands, all of them are brushed, including that central seconds for the chronograph, you know, the large hour and minute with the hollowed out center there. So, you know, I guess, I don't know what you call that, partial skeletonization, not real skeletonization, I suppose. Okay, so the band is, as you can see, completely brushed as well, 316L steel. Again, the butterfly deployment. So, you know, an interesting point of design here is that the entire case and band is actually brushed. The only polished surface is actually on the buttons. Right, you can see there, and the crown, the sign crown, and then a hidden surface that's brushed, that's polished is that deployment class there, which is fairly solid. There's no button deployment, but it's you know, it's clicks, but it's not too hard, and it clicks fairly firmly, so it's not going to easily, accidentally, inadvertently come off. Okay, so you know, what have I liked and enjoyed about this particular design? Well, it's slim and elegant. You know, it's not completely formal, but it's not, you know, full casual either. I guess it's a smart casual type of niche that this fits into. You know, it's no nonsense. It's not pretentious. It's not ostentatious. It's just what it is. It's a fine piece that sits in you know, quietly on the wrist. You know, what's not so suitable and not so, I guess, desirable in this piece in this day and age would be its size. You know, I think some people may not like the fact that it is only 34 millimeters, and I guess that's ranging towards a lot of women's pieces, ladies' pieces today. This, I think, really fits into a men's watch category, which in this day and age would be considered maybe too small for a lot of people's tastes. Now, I think it sits very elegantly on the wrist. You know, it really just hides and hugs and you know, sits very low profile wise on it, and you know, it really has its own class, you know, this Longines piece, and it is what it is. So no longer available, but still available on the secondary market if you want to look this up. The Longines L3.628.4. So thank you guys for watching again. You know, I hope that this has been an informative look at this piece from a company with some serious long-term history in the world of horology. Let me know what you think. This is the first Longines watch I have featured on the channel, and hopefully I can get more in the future. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.